What's up, Team Starlight? We got Edison Week 5, Round 3. On the left, we got Declan playing some Forgs and Andy on the Gigavise. And of course, we got Declan here to help explain what the hell he's doing. What's up, Declan?
What is up? This is the run back. We got the combo deck match. Last time I was able to get the best of Andy. Let's see if this one's gonna turn out any differently. And he's got a pretty good opening as far as Gigavise goes.
I can't wait for all the comments to be like, this is the future of Edison, because that's kind of what the vibe is, right? It's just like combo v combo, who's gonna go crazier. Honestly, him opening Foolish plus Lone Fire is pretty deadly usually. It's a pretty strong start, in my opinion, versus most Frog variants, but Forgs? They can probably deal with this. Got the Reckless there. Fake
That's almost
back row.
half my life. This board demands an answer, but you can see I got the sweeper, so don't have to worry about that mirror force. And now enter big donk mode because
Yeah, you have a lot of outs.
like I said, like this board demands an answer, so I just have to think about. I'm actually just thinking like, do I have enough to kill him through this? But the tricky part about Titanial is you can't Colossal Armory Arm with Titanial up, right? Because Armory Arm targets and Titanial can negate. So I just have to try to think of a efficient way to out this board. And I'm sure, as always, the comments never disappoint. They'll be able to tell me how I could have killed through this board. But I couldn't really see it, so my plan here is to just make Colossal Fighter because I'm going to be able to crash into the Titanial and then proceed to then hit over the Lone Fire, deal a bunch of damage, and just try to end on a really strong board and deal a bunch of damage in the process.
Yeah, I think like you going Colossal Fighter plus maybe a couple Death Frogs, like or one Death Frog, just to maximize your just output of damage here would be like pretty ideal. So I think that's what you're probably going to do. Seems like it.
Yeah, that's about right.
Because then you can end on like what Colossal and like the dupe lock, which is kind of nasty, or even worse. What can you? Or you can end on like even Colossal Stardust. Like there's a lot of different things you could do here.
Yeah, and now that I'm looking at it, I'm like wondering if there's a line with like Flameveil or Keysis over the token for game. Like there could be something. So someone please let me know. But one thing that I've been trying to get better at with this deck is like playing at a reasonable pace. And like I've actually OTK'd myself by like just like griefing and like accidentally not having game and going too far in. So if I can't like see the game in a quick manner, I try to just like put up a strong board because I don't want to lose to myself, you know?
You know what? There probably was a line with Flambeau. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. Like now that you said that out loud, and you have enough resources for Fishborg, yeah, I think you had game.
No, I'm sure we'll get that one comment, the keyboard warrior that explains like, it. I'm relying on it because that's how I learned from this stuff.
Yeah, poor Andy though. Like this is a pretty annoying field with the exception of like Lightning Vortex exactly. Like this is rough, and I think this is why, like, I'm not kidding. I think we're gonna see a influx of people main decking Lightning Vortex in Yu-Gi-Oh's upcoming meta, because like having a game one, like thankfully Torrential exists, Mirror Force exists, right? These big sweeper type cards, but like having such a rough like game one into that is like not ideal, because I think Torrential still in this scenario is just a little too slow, because you're still able to like do stuff after that with no fear of Torrential now.
Yeah, and I was 100% a misplay. I think I should have gone for like Unifrog first, and then he would have just had to Torrential unless he was feeling really ballsy, and then I would have at least gotten the dupe searches, but I went for just flip-flop frog, flip it up, and try to go for game. I just said I didn't really believe him because he played it off well. I thought he was just kind of out, and I just had no fear. But I got hard punished, so this is like a contingency play that I just do right here, going into Unifrog and Dupe Frog. I'm able to out this back row, which is nice. So I'm still like in an okay spot, but I definitely gave him a chance to come back here.
Yeah, if he drew like Lone Fire, Lone Fire Giga there would have been actually enough just to like pretty much clear this board. And I don't, but he didn't have that. Like, thankfully he didn't have that because Lone Fire Giga I think you could just fully Black Rose the field, get rid of your dupe, attack, keep a Giga, and I don't know how you'd out a Giga with just one card.
Right. But we're going into game 2, and Andy again opening up, not being fortunate, not opening up the combo. So this is gonna be a real duel, and I'm just gonna go for. I think I get a somewhat similar, not the fastest opening. So just go Swap Frog, send Treeborn, attack. I feel
Nice,
like this
get the
deck,
tokens.
it pretty much only just sets Dandelion or like sometimes Sangan. Like otherwise, I feel like you can comfortably attack most of the time, but I don't
I'd
know.
be a little
Maybe
cautious of like a
Sangan's
morphing jar.
scary.
I'd be cautious
Oh,
of like exactly morphing jar. So just always be aware that that can be an option. But yeah, otherwise it's gonna be something that like is like a Sangan or a Dandy. Almost like there's almost an argument to even not like swing over a thing that they set. You know, like I think it'd be better for you just if you don't have like a big combo, like just wait because you can probably win through the Dandy. You know,
hmm.
but that Vanity's Fiend is gonna be a little rough for you. Hopefully you find an out. Don't
Yeah.
find
So
an out
I
immediately.
I Raigeki braked the Nutrient because I was just scared of Andy going off on me, and then now that was my only out to the Vanities. So um, this thing is gonna rock here because, like you said, I didn't draw anything. He's gonna punch in. I set a bluff just so that he doesn't like feel free to just summon more things and attack me.
Yeah, drawing the salvage there. Normally that'd be an amazing top deck, but here you just got to start deck thinning a bit here. And do you just keep the swap on the field to like minimize
So
damage? Yeah, that's what I feel like you would do. Yeah.
nah, so this is a pretty cool play that I like to do where I like how flip flop probably is like a searchable out to vanities because I'm able to summon the swap, send the flip flop, then salvage it back and set the flip flop.
Nice.
So this is pretty solid because at the very least I'm gonna be able to get the vanities off the board and potentially combo off on my turn depending on what I draw.
Yeah, so Andy loses. He still has the vanities in his hand. At least he can start doing his own Loam Fire shenanigans. Summons a Titanial. Yeah, didn't draw the supervised combo again. Like it's just rough. Maybe the signatures from Keegan are like making it so he draws his Gigas way too often. I feel like I've seen him draw Giga like almost every game.
I know he is not. He opened the combo once on camera, but he has not been the most fortunate with the openings. But he ends on Titanial here, which is okay. But I'm able to go for a sub combo here. Let's see what I've got. I do have the Fishborg as well, so I believe I have Pot. So I'm probably gonna just send a bunch of frogs here before resolving Pot.
Yeah, the moment you see a Forks player just like spamming out their dupes, you know they got a pot of avarice coming. Because like they definitely don't want to draw their dupes and they want to save their dupes for like the end board that they want to make, which is like some strong synchro dupe and a flip flop. But here you're just using that because you want to draw. Unfortunately, drew double dupe. Yikes! But it's not the end of the world. They can always be pitched for a Fishborg to start doing some fun shenanigans, and you can make probably a Colossal Fighter here pretty easily.
Right, that is what I am gonna go for. It's gonna take me a minute to actually put it on board, but just have to out the Titanial and then set up kind of a defense with like dupe frogs and flip flops, because just gotta pray not to die essentially. Because I can't kill, I can't OTK.
Yeah, you can't OTK here, but at least you can punch in with like a Des first. So get the 28, 28. Yeah, 28,
That's
28.
my extra normal. Yep, 28, 28, and then 2100 on top of that.
Nice. But now you guys are even life points. He does drop the gores on the last 100 or just last night on the 19?
I think I think I ended up going 28
1
not
1.
and then yeah, right, you're right. Yeah.
Got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So huge. I mean, he has the gores. Gores is not really gonna out this board though. Colossal Fighter's still kind of too strong. You does have the Vanity's Fiend to maybe have some cool way to deal with this. A Lightning Vortex would go crazy. A Mark of the Rose would be pretty nice. You're pretty low. So wouldn't even be that bad to just swing into the dupe frogs, like, if possible.
Yeah, so I have one piece of interruption here, which is MST, and it's tough because I don't know the exact places to interrupt here, Marcos, so maybe you can weigh in, but he goes for Miracle Furt, and I'm sitting there and I'm
Phew, that's
oh,
hard.
okay.
I think the miracle furt is usually like it depends. Like if he has a supervise, you probably just hit the supervise because like you're not losing to any one plant at this point. So like I hear I wouldn't even hit it. I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I'll wait for like the supervise.
That's fair. Because
But
my thought process was if he just gets Lone Fire and gets Copy Plant and makes a Stardust, then the MST's dead. So I was just praying. I was like, I think I just have to use it here and pray he doesn't have any other follow up.
yeah,
But I don't know
his
if
hand
that's what
didn't
he would
seem
have
his hand
done.
didn't seem like that great, but I think he does have the ability to DDR. If he has Mark of the Rose, okay, so he has like he just had a lot of ways out of this. Unfortunately, I think MST just wasn't enough. Like,
Yeah.
cause he had like he was able to search the missing equip spell that he didn't have, so he can easily just Mark of the Rose, steal. Well, this is the problem though. He has he has to steal both a dupe and the colossal for this to even be valuable. It's kind of hard to say what he should do here. He could. This is like one of those things where like sometimes like you think about it. Like I always think about wanting to run Dark End in my thing, in my extra deck, because like you could make it with like the copy planning cores, but the extra deck is just so tight. The downside is he can't normal summon though.
Right. But he's gonna steal the dupe, and then he's gonna DDR. He's
Now
gonna
if he has,
get
yeah,
Gigaplant.
does he have supervise? If he has supervise, then this is like pretty golden. I don't see a supervise in his hand. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. I didn't know he had another hidden armory. Yeah, this is rough.
Mm-hmm. I think he just had too much sauce here. I think he had.
Yeah.
I don't think it necessarily mattered where I
No, no,
interrupted.
it really didn't matter where you interrupted. I definitely think like if you notice the like my point I was trying to make, the like I guess like obviously you can't account for the double hidden armory because like you're gonna MST one supervise, you just hit an armor for another. So there really was no out at this point. Oh, is he
But we're
making
seeing
Miststorm?
him.
Oh,
Yep. Go for a
Miststorm.
9.
This is why you run Miststorm, dude. It's just such a clutch card in this deck. Wow, good play on his part. It was a big thing, but he had it's a patience game, right? Gigavise is once you find those specific combo pieces, like Mark of the Rose deals with any board that is normally like quote unquote unbreakable, like the dupe locks and stuff, you know. And I've learned the hard way that sometimes it's better not to even destroy everything, just maybe abuse the fact that their dupes are in attack mode, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
swing for this crazy damage. Here, Moria of Greed. Moria of Greed, one of the greatest draw cards in this deck. It's insane. You have, is that triple reckless, dude? Oh no, double reckless.
No, I don't. I think it's Raigeki Break, Raigeki Break,
Oh, I
Reckless.
thought it was reckless. Okay, okay. But
Yeah.
you said a
So.
reckless and a Regeki break.
That's right. And so here I'm gonna take a big think and standby because um I don't know, like I'm just thinking like should I reckless now or just kind of wait? Um and I just opt to go for it. So I go for the reckless and I draw 2, draw into another reckless and draw into Treeborn. So now I'm like, okay, the landscape of the game has changed because now I can potentially go off here
And this is still
by
standby phase, right?
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely just hit the back row and like, bro, is there a way for you to colossal to make 2 armor arms here? Like, there's a chance you could just win off the bat. The issue is you have a Forsborg in rotation.
I do not. Yeah, I do not have a Fishborg, and to make the double colossal, or sorry, the double armory arm plays usually require about 9 cards. So I don't think I have the pluses necessary beyond just not having the Fishborg right now.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Because it's funny because I see like a Sengen, and most of the time you wouldn't think like, oh, I have game here, but like you could make Sengen 3K. Like, it's so
Mm-hmm.
weird, but that's like the craziness that this deck has. Like, you leave any monster in attack, it's like dangerous.
Yep. And so I am gonna kill the Sangan here. I think I felt comfortable going for it because I had some interruption in my hand, so I'm not necessarily like fearing a like Lone Fire play next turn being the death of me,
Unless he
but
has like exactly Heavy Storm.
sometimes you just gotta risk it because
Are you
I
gonna
mean
do
actually
the soft lock here or the full lock?
I think I go for a soft lock if I remember. I was thinking about going in the second dupe there and then I changed my mind. I just want to set multiple and try to keep the sub and potentially go off harder next turn because I have Reckless Greed, so I'm gonna get 2 fresh new cards, and I have Raigeki Break to like potentially stop Andy from cracking back here.
Okay, and he fires off the Lone Fire. Goes right into Tahaniel. I just have not seen Handy have like the opening that you want to have. This is a fruitless attack because the Dupe Frog is protected by the Substitoad. Now he
Yeah,
just
I think Andy had a little bit of a brain fart there, unfortunately. In the moment, he was a little he forgot about Substitoad's effect, which a lot of people do forget about sometimes.
yeah, because I think there is a way like I don't know exactly what his hand was. There might have been a way for him to get some type of combo off, but I think the other alternative option would be to like just hit an armory pass type thing, like kind of hope that you can OTK him, but I don't know. I feel like you have this kind of in the bag theoretically, especially with the foolish. You can just foolish a Danny, get so many free pluses.
Yeah, so I'm saving the foolish for and going for Moray first here because I'm trying to find Fishborg. Because if I find the Fishborg, then I can go for the Dandy, like you're saying, because then the Dandy at that point is just the plus. But you need Fishborg, so that's why I was saving it. But now
Yeah,
that I've drawn the Fishborg, I'm able to just go for it. I tell Andy, okay, get 2 tokens. I'm going to tribute those 2 tokens right away. I'm going to get Swap Frog and Death Frog out. And obviously, Colossal Armory Arm is not on the table because Titanium, of course. But I definitely have a game in my sight because I have got a lot of pluses.
yeah. It's looking like you can when you have brain control in hand too. So like that Titanium in your head is already cleared. So you're just trying to do 8k or 7k damage, and 7k is really not that hard to get at all. Oh my god,
Yep.
another Fishborg is in your hand. That is crazy. Here
Yep.
comes.
So the main consideration when you're trying to go for game that doesn't involve Colossal Armory Arm is you have to try to figure out how you can play through Gores the best. And I don't think I have enough cards. Could be wrong. There is a line that like plays through Gores no matter what. But then there's also other lines where you can just go for Goyo Guardian, and if they have the Gores, you can steal it. So that's
Yeah,
the line I'm going for here.
which makes sense. It's like if you have the Gores, like so be it. But you're gonna have such an insanely strong board in comparison that like I don't see how you come back. Like then again, this is the one deck that you kind of need to kind of beat now because they're like weirdly enough, it's like one of the few decks that with 2 cards could come back. Like so you need a hope to kill him here. You know.
Yep. So the play I'm gonna go for in the very end is I got Gaia Knight and I've got Goyo, and then I'm going to get another Swap Frog here from my deck because that's enough. 2 Swap Frogs plus Gaia Knight plus Goyo. And then I'm going to bounce the Substitoad to my hand. So in the case that Andy does have Gores, I can then in main phase 2 bounce the other Swap Frog, resummon the Substitoad because I didn't even normal summon this game because this deck is so crazy. And I could have gone into like, Dupe Frog, Flip Flop. But Andy didn't have it, so that's just game.
Jesus, Forgs, man, what a freaking beast of a deck, dude. Makes Gigavise look weak.